No audio. That's because of that. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's Saturday night. It's a new Saturday night for me. We are changing the schedule a little bit, and the new schedule means that this is time trial Saturday. As if you didn't know, I'd forgotten. I didn't. I just couldn't get the words to my mouth. With that being the case, let's see if everything else is functional. We don't seem to have audio from the PlayStation at the moment, do we? Let's go and find a way to test that. Desktop audio doesn't seem to be correct. I didn't actually press the button there. That was a tweak. Good evening, Lee. Good evening, Dorian. I'm hoping we've got audio, and I believe also we are live on Twitch because Restream unlived me. It had lost the links to Twitch to last night when I realised about silly o'clock in the morning. I re-logged myself into Twitch in Restream, and then tonight when I started going streaming, it's knocked YouTube off. So I've had to go and reset that all up. So that's now done. What's the best way to change car? Is the best way to find out if we've got audio. Because we should get a Revy engine, shouldn't we? And we haven't. So let's find out why we haven't got audio. We haven't got audio because it's decided that it's not going to use it. Where's the best place to get audio from? Shouldn't have to get audio from anywhere on the desktop. What's going on there then? Engine noises. There's the audio capture from the input. Audio input capture. Let's try something different. Good evening, Azza. Every day I start the stream, something doesn't work. I wish that was down to me, but it's not. It's the systems. Audio is completely messed up anyway. I don't know what to do now. Change car, and let's change something completely different. We should get engine noises, but we're not getting anything. Oh, shut the bed. That's not supposed to happen either. Move that out of the way. We've got to draw somebody's car today. We've had an extra entrant to the league, so I've got to draw that, but I need audio first. And I completely apologise for doing this now, but there's no way of doing it without being live. Device not connected or not available. Interesting. There it is. Right, let's change car again. I don't know why that's not connected or not available. Got nothing, have we? Nothing. USB 3 digital audio is not picking anything up. Realtek rear mic. We could try that. There we go. There we go. That's done. Don't know why that's changed. Completely ridiculous. Hopefully that can confirm that. There we go. Everything's back by the sound of it. Days, yes. And I don't know why that changes. I've changed since last night. It's ridiculous. Anyway, right. Let me just make sure that I haven't just knocked all those tickets all over the floor, and we can do that draw for the person. I have knocked them all over the floor. There. I should have 16 of these left, shouldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not good. 12. Let's count how many we've got here. That shouldn't have happened. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm sure we drew 16 out last night. Ah, found them. There they are. Okay, happy days. We've got them everything, I believe. Right. Organisation is absolutely terrible. But there we go. It wouldn't be a live stream without it. Right. So that one person that wanted in, let's find out who it was. My brain can't remember. Who was it? Top call 14, a 420 team number. So here we go. Oh, straight out the bat. They have Toyota. Toyota it is. Top call gets Toyota. I'm sure he won't want to redraw that. And to clarify for people, the GR3 League is bopped. It is not tuned. For some reason, people have interpreted what I've said as we're tuning for the Friday, but we're not tuning for Fridays. It's bopped with brake balance. Evening, Wilkie. The reason people have misinterpreted it is because it said we won't be balancing for bop, and that refers to a previous conversation, a previous discussion I had about making a balance by adding time or points if you had a lower ranked bop car. But the reason we're not doing that is because we're going to let the tracks sort out the bop. Variation in track will mean that one car is strong one track, one car is strong the other. So there we go. Right. I think I need to add top call getting that to my notes if I don't add it. Top call. Got Toyota. It's another good one gone. But it's fine. Right, let's get stuck into today. Time trial Saturday. Let's have a look. See where we are. There should be 2 that we haven't done. Michelin Raceway Atlanta in the Ford Focus RS. 4 days to go. That's where we've got to start. Let's have a look at who's got what. We know Sammy Snake's going to be top, don't we? What's qualifying time? 1:34.155. 1:34.155. Oh, there's lots of people sneaked in. So 56 on my friends list have sneaked in. How many people in the friends list? 98. So over 50%. There we go. 56th place gets it. So that's where we're going to start. Who's in there? Heathen's in. Good stuff. Up tempo Robin. Dutch is there. Red. Sam's lucky you hardly do them. That's right, Wilkie. There's Olive. Fat Man. Zackets. Plenty of people just had a crack at this and got their time in. Big Popper there in 28th. There's some real big names at the top here, though, isn't there? I'm guessing Sammy has changed his second account to the same account name as his main account, and he's doing both. Asloft is there in 18th. Randy's there. Lee's there. Hayes is there. Look, I skipped past him when I shouldn't have. Mr. McFarlane, Dorsey, Lando, Big Bad Barry, Ollie, Triple, Hayden. Average Dad is Hayden as well. Climby Fisher and then Sammy Snake with a 1:30.16. Well, let's see where we go. We use the rental to start with. Red car and the blue car had a race. Let's use the red car first. Top call says he'll be on in a few. We got Toyota. Right. And also, oh, it looks like the chat is swapping as well. Yes, it is. I think it is. Let me just double check that it's actually come out on YouTube as well. I can't see it from Twitch to YouTube, which is interesting. I don't know why it would drop one than the other. I'm not sure. Wilkie's face is there. Don't know what that's going to come up with. Again, have to fix that tonight. Settings. Assists. Traction control 1. Default ABS. Counter steer assistance on strong. Twitch chat is not on YouTube. Okay. Okay. I can't fix that one. It means dropping scripts into... not Restream in this case. It is the other one. But I can't remember. Let's go. Now this is four-wheel drive, this thing, isn't it? It's on sports harness. We seem to end up with, or seem to have done, a number of time trials at this circuit. It's quite popular. Oh, that's locked up. Just slid straight through. Let's restart that. Got quite a bit of ABS going in. I wonder if we need to change ABS to default or something. Couldn't look what it was on. Settings are all off because we had to reinstall the wheel. The wheel feels really nice, I must admit. The car's really sliding. The apex there. Didn't quite get the speed in. As a lights, this one. Okay. It feels quite okay. The car feels like a bit of a dog. It's bouncing all over the place. Suspension feels really soft. 134, 155. We're only just outside half a second. So Ghost is at 0.9, we're half a second down. This isn't good. I know we can make up time at this next corner. double shifted and we lost some. We didn't gain enough, did we? Fair whack. That first lap was pretty good then. Sliding the car a bit too much. Tip that out a little bit there. No ABS cutting in there at all. Then we changed gear and absolutely stuffed ourselves. About a quarter of a second outside. Letting the car roll either. Just kind of slamming it round, aren't we? Double shifted then, and we're losing time to the Ghost. 7,000 RPM is too much. It's all under braking for that one corner. There's gold, is it? I think so. Top of my friends list, but with that, thank you, Dorian. Thank you, Az. It's a Ford, and I've been driving a Ford for 3 weeks, about 2 weeks technically. interesting to know just how much quicker we can be in a tweaked car. Just got to get it smooth through there, and we've got quarter of a second, and then if we're smooth through there we can set the car up nicely for that next corner. There we go. That's where we'll just take the first save. So gold in 14 miles. 1:33.639 was the fastest, is the fastest. 8,500. Looks to be safe though, doesn't it? You did your time with no C and no TC and no CSM. It's four-wheel drive though, isn't it? So potentially it's got a little bit more in it because of that. 1:33.1. Okay. Well, let's change car. Let's do what we do. Always wary of the ghosts. Always wary of losing the ghosts. Select from the garage. No cars which comply with the regulations. I've probably engine swapped or wide engine swapped it, wide bodied or something, maybe. What car is it? We'll find it, won't we? It's America for Ford. There it is. Let's have a blue one. I own the blue one. Let's own a liquid blue one then. 41,000. Having a laugh. Yeah, 41,000. That actually feels like a real price. Oh, my drink tastes of swimming pool. That's not very nice. Okay. That's where we're going. We must remember to load the ghost. Good evening, Mr. Neil. Welcome. Sports Hards. I think that's what it'll be on, won't it? It'll already be on Sports Hards. I think. Assists. Traction control 1. Default ABS. Counter steer on strong. Where's the ABS? The ABS is on default. That's probably right, actually. It's probably right. So this is 100% standard. Nothing changed. Ghost settings. Ghost settings on load ghost. That one there. So 133.6 with 100% standard car. No changes from a rental, so this should be pretty much in there. I'll find a way of getting through there without that little lift. I'll leave it in fourth. To be there is fluid on and off the brake. Try and keep the car as planted as possible. A little bit of a short shift early there. I don't think that's right. success without changing up to 5th there earlier. I think that's a 3rd gear out there. Let the grunt of the car take it through maybe. Came off the brake a little early. Predict that slide a little bit, see if we can do that. We're actually ahead of the Ghost here. That was an impressive thing for that first lap. Keep it in 3rd gear all the way through this complex. Let the turbo do the work. This will be a 132 something if we can pull it off correctly. Excuse the phrase. to 8. That'll do very nicely. Well, that's just gone. 132.8, where does that put us? That's a good chunk off. I'm quite happy with that. That's a big move, isn't it? From outside the 8,000s into the top 1,500. That's kind of okay. So we're into our friends list top 10 now. Up above Ollie, up above Big Max, up above Nando, Dorsey, Az, Randy, Lee, 420. Yeah, we've made a big jump there. Catching up triple. So that's that feels good. Now we're going to go and modify it a little bit. See if we can get any more out of it. Maybe take the traction off and the CSM and see if there's anything more for us. 132.8. We've got to find 1.2 seconds, so we've got to beat our Ghost and some. But let's not overly worry about that right now. Let's go and do what we always do, and that's just keep trying to go faster. Try and find every little thing we can to help us. Cheers, Hazard. It's all about the slide, this car, it looks like. Make the car slide, predict it, catch it, pick it up where it needs to be picked up. Wheels are going to be important in this one. It's got to look good, I think. Definitely white, I think. So these are 19-inch standard. We could drop to 18s. Doesn't need much in the way of acceleration, this car. Wides. And wides. What does the wide rim give us? Not a massive amount. Let's see if that does anything for it. Bit of a splitter. we've got the... Oh, let's put a rally style wing on it. Why not? Bonnet pins. It needs bonnet pins, doesn't it? Really? We're going to be in the gravel a few times. Let's put a hook on it. Why not? A roll cage? Yes, it needs a roll cage. Did we buy it with that? No, we just own the bits, don't we? Yeah, we own the bits. That's fine. Let's do it. Number plates is... No, do with that. Number plates is... And let's go and suspension. It needs to be lowered, doesn't it? Definitely. Needs to be lowered. This could make it an absolute dog. You never know. But we all know it does actually affect it. So we've proved it does. Anybody that tells us different hasn't lived what we've lived through. Fully customizable suspensione. There's nothing else I think that would actually make any sort of effect. Maybe. Hey ho. I don't think so. Right. Let's go and see if that makes any difference. Which ghost are we're going to load the blue ghost. We have to load the blue ghost, don't we? So we should be in a red one really, but hey ho. We'll not turn the traction off yet, or the counter steer. We'll do that in short order. Let's go. Feels any sort of different. See if it slides a little less. I know it might slide a bit more, you never know. Go for the throttle and try and open the wheels just a little bit early. Tried to catch the jump on him. There goes, that is. Dropping it to third. Second wasn't good. It needs to be kept in third. Keep the boost in the engine in third gear. Keep the revs revving. So third gear all the way through that bottom complex. That will do nicely. We slid straight through there. Oh, chihuahua. That might ruin the next lap. Probably down there, aren't we? Slow start to the lap. Steering feels really heavy. Let's have a retry. What do we do if we lose the retry? Now let's keep going because we lose all the optimals, don't we? Car's a little bit slidier, and I'm probably just pushing it a little bit further. brake later into the hairpin or the chicane, sorry. Not the hairpin. Just got to brake that smidgen earlier, get the car under control. To do. I think that's my previous lap time, isn't it? Not my ghost. Is a decent time. Half a second down on best. Change that in a second. That was a mistake. Look how much boost we lose. That was just an instinct. That was just wrong thing to do. It was reactionary as I thought the car was going just a little too fast, so I thought change down in my brain, which I shouldn't have done. Crazy insane. Keep the boost in the engine in third gear, Widow. We just crossed the line, just a little bit too late. Right, let's go and take the help aids off. That's the driving marathon for the day. 1:33.002 optimal. Okay, assist, traction control off, counter steer off. Let's see if that gives us anything then. As his recommendation, you'll go faster without them. So let's see what that does for us. Might make it a little bit more twitchy. But it also might make it a little bit more responsive in terms of when we go for the correction, or it might not correct us quite as much as it's doing, so we might be able to just have a little bit more control of the car because we'll be able to naturally let it do what it wants to do. Already feels faster. Slow through there. Got to turn the car harder into that portion. Off the track, that is. just trying to cheat the braking point there a little bit. Sponge the brakes just a bit. It looks faster, feels faster. Let's see. Couldn't get it to come back. It kind of washed out into that corner, so we don't have any brake balance or anything, do we? Or diff settings to allow us to have a bit more front end. I'll check that coming down the straight. TC off. Yeah, we don't have anything, do we? Ideally, I want the front wheels to have a little bit more pull, so I'd be round about probably 55–60% to the rear. I think these will naturally be like 25–75 with the rear end bias. Boom. Do a whole lap, it would cut me for that, I know it would. Trying to steal those extra tenths. I'm starting to think, what is the possible time I'm gunning for? ABS, yeah, I think this track's too bumpy for ABS week. It's not the smoothest of circuits, and my kind of idea is that the ABS week works very well on any car where the surface is really smooth. Where you get lots of undulations in the braking zone or curbs, ABS week gets upset quite a lot. Let's take a wider line into there. Evening, Olive, welcome. Time's at 9:10. We've only been at this half an hour or so. Okay, that's all right. A bit of extra turn in there, encouraged by a little bit of weight to the front. Got the back end to come round. Spent a lot of time off the throttle there, and not really on the brake either. Car to turn in. Needed to be a bit more abrupt on the brake, I think, to get the weight onto the front wheels. have the acceleration at that final corner. Interesting how the modded car hasn't really given us anything. We were hoping it would. I think it's a change of driving technique because of the ASR, the counter steer and the ABS, and not the ABS, the traction control. It was allowing us to be a little bit less forgiving on the car. We could beast it a bit, bully it a little bit. Now it just wants to slide. Let's go back to the standard car, I think, but without the ASM. No. Without the other bits and pieces. I do need to turn those power settings off, don't I? Let's go and buy the red one then. Let's return it back to a default car. We didn't beat that. Top 1500 though, on a little circuit like that. It's kind of okay, I think. It's kind of okay. It's only 41 grand. I was moaning about the price a little while ago, wasn't I? Just going to buy another one. What does it matter? Buy the red one. Come on, we own them all now. That's the only reason I'm doing it. And this gold is up on Thursday, isn't it? So it's a good little bit of invested time, I think. We should be ready to give away a couple of memberships at the end of the month now. No, I think we're good with what we got. The red one. I think we did change to it, didn't we? We did. So settings wise, we'll load the Ghost. And that's it. We're not going to do anything more. Assists are off. We're in the top 10. Let's see if this gives us what we want. I wonder if that needs a little short shift to 5th. The camera's just a little bit too close nowadays, isn't it, for you to see the turn of my arms, etc. It's a little bit of a pain in the buttress. Better turn out of that corner. Definitely much less wash out through the corner. I was able to. Oh, I've just done that again. We don't like changing that in a second there. That ruins a perfectly good lap. Be up on the Ghost. We're certainly positioned well for the rest of the lap if we can get to that final corner right. lift there. I want to be able to keep the foot flat. Keep a little bit of throttle in there if we can. We're the red car, don't forget. Sacrificed a little bit of speed to keep the car smooth through there, I think. It sort of worked, but it hasn't. Too much sideways. All the four-wheel drift. Lost half a second. I went to change down again. Stopped myself just. I felt the click of the button. Get the car to turn back in. Good evening, Damo. Feels like my fast lap was a lucky lap. Everything got together on that one time. Definitely feel I can brake later for there. Really think I do. We were good coming into turn one, weren't we? Front wheels just didn't want to turn then, did they? Oopa choopa. car jumped right then. Didn't want any of it, did it? Steering's too heavy to flick it back. Still can't get it to come back. Come on. Steering wheel's upside down, that's why. No automatic centering, that's pretty poor. But we have turned counter steer and traction control off. Couple more laps and it'll prove to be fruitless, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking. I don't know whether it's TC. I think I want to put counter steer on. Maybe. I don't know. We'll try both, I suppose. If we put TC back to 1, and then we still get the ability to correct the car, don't we? Without the car being corrected by, so to speak, with the counter steer. Just get a little bit of throttle hold off, which will not allow us quite as much acceleration from a corner, I think. I am more nervous about Daytona in terms of I should be able to perform at Daytona and put a decent lap time in and get a goal as quickly as we did here, really. Top 10 on my friends list has got to be the target. Some people say I should be top of the friends list, but I don't believe that will be ever the opportunity. Took a little bit too much apex. Definitely got to keep the car stable. If you can keep it flat and smooth, it likes it a lot. It likes it a lot. As Silly used to say. Banana bread with hot custard. Yeah, I kind of agree. What I had tonight was Sicilian lemon yogurt with a lemon curd, which was, yeah, not as good as banana bread with custard, one would say. Similar ingredients, except you had banana, I had lemon. So not similar at all, really. But there you have it. That was a 33.256. Some half a second away. And I wrecked it going over the start line, so she didn't enjoy that. I'm a big fan of lemon. I do like it. It was £2 though, this pot of lemon. Sicilian lemon curd yogurt. £2. But it'll last 2 days, but that's still a lot of money for something that is basically rotten milk. It's just started the fermentation stages, really. And we choose to eat it. Can't get it around my head, really. Not a big dairy fan apart from cheese. Yeah, it does have that. It's a good mouth cleaner, isn't it? It's a good palate cleanser, I think is the phrase, is the lemon. I like a lemon sorbet as well. I do like a lemon sorbet. It's nice. Oh, we break just a little bit there. Lift the throttle a bit there. A little bit slow there. Could have just eased off the brakes just that little bit earlier. Racing our ghost here, not the fastest lap that time, so let's not get excited overly. I missed it. Swine dog. I know I can brake a fraction later for that corner, but every time I try, it slides on through. That's staying fourth through the first chicane. Top of the hill here, I think he means. Way too slow. Way too slow for fourth gear. And he probably means here is the second chicane. But again, the car's way too slow. Look at the time ticking away. Maybe I was too slow. Got to keep the engine lit. Got to keep that turbo spooled. Keeping the turbo spooled gets it through the track much quicker. It's a Volvo engine, this thing, isn't it? 5-cylinder. Dang, now it's on. Slid it far too much. myself trying to keep the revs and the speed high. No good. Right, let's move on. I think we've done as much as we can do there today. If we do well at... we've given it an hour, which ain't so bad, is it? Let's just review where we are. 1325. 10th on the friends list. There's a little bit of room to grow, but we'll come to that. Sam just knocking it out. I think Sam's got to be up there, hasn't he? Top 20? Yeah, he's 12th, look. He's 12th. The only thing I could say is I'm 10th in the friends list, and he's 12th in the global list. That's a decent time, isn't it? 1:31.695. He's only 0.2 away. It won't be long before we start to see him up there, you know. We were saying that not so long ago. So if you don't know about Sam, subscribe to Sammy Snake Racing. He's a good one to watch and learn from. We'll call that a day there for now. Let's get off to... Not sure if you've been doing it, but the last corner you can take flat out with the right line. Yeah, I think the line is appropriately... Oh yeah, light train's good. Thank you, Damo. I think appropriately, as you come round that final corner, there's a patch of tarmac. If you scoot round that patch of tarmac, you can flat that final corner, which I think I was doing-ish moderately. I was probably cutting the apex and keeping it flat. Right. On to something new. We'll give this one the main event of the day, maybe. We might come back to the other one yet, I don't know. Might come back to the other one. GR3 at Daytona. Now, I've got to do this in the Subaru, haven't I? Because it's my car for the league. So, 146.738. Sammy Snake's top of the tree. 146.738. Look at that. It was 56 on the other one. 47 gets you in, and that's Dutch. Damo done it with 2 profile. Has Damo done it with 2 profile? Has he? Or is it Dorian that's done it with 2 profile? There's some names in here, look, as is 19. It's the same names at the top, look. Same names up there. Doriana. Big Papa Stereo 17. I can't see Damo anywhere. Dutch. Oh, it's the other one that's done it twice. Can't see either. Am I just going too fast? Where's Lee? Probably find Lee. He's there in 10th. Yeah, we'll see. I was struggling for 146s last night. It was 147.1, 147.2. I can't find any of Dorian. Good evening, fat man. Welcome. I can't find you, Dorian. I don't know where you is. There's no search button. Okay, we'll move on. Subaru first then. Where's last used? Don't know. Oh, what we didn't check? What's everybody using? Viper's the top of the tree. Viper everybody. Okay. Oh, you were talking about the like button. Sorry, I was looking through the... it says... Forgive me, my brain. Oh. So we've got Viper 4C. Porsche, just the one. Lots of a mix, but not many using the Viper, so... Well, we'll start with the Subaru and see where that takes us. S will be down the bottom, won't it? He says, yet he can't see it. McLaren. Manufacturer, S. Must be there. There it is. There we go. And what tyres do we know are on hards? I think it took that. Settings. Assists. Traction control 1. Default ABS. Counter steer assistance on strong. As we know. We haven't got a ghost to start with. So 146,738. Big Potter taking that height line in that Ford last night. It was really interesting. Daytime as well. Cheers, has it? Throttle maybe out that there corner. A little bit of a correction required. I was very tight, running a long apex. 3 back end tweaks. Top speed in first corner was off by 6 miles an hour. Okay. That's the car though, I think, isn't it? If you're talking comparison to Viper. I'm blaming the car. Excuses in early. Take many laps to work out which cars are good and which cars ain't. This was about the speed I had last night in different cars. Counter steered halfway through there. I was great guns. Way too quick at the middle of that corner and had to just brake and counter steer out of it, so I've lost any gains I've made because I couldn't accelerate out, which is a shame. But that'd have been a 147. Still a whole second shy. There's a 47. Still a whole 1.2 seconds shy. Not if I'm pointing the right way, it's not. Yeah, it will be. That means it's stopping me spinning. It's flashing the whole way around, isn't it? All the way around the circuit. Having that much effect. I think we can turn it off in car. There we have it. That's where we run out of juice in the Subaru. So let's turn off the counter steer once we've got this go saved. There we go. Assists. Turn the counter steer off and see where that leads us. I don't think counter steer has that much effect on reducing your speed. He says. Leaving Mr. Red. How you doing, John? It's a Nigel Mansell fan right there. 145,885. Excellent. Good times in the Viper, yeah, we'll get to the Viper. If I jump in the Viper straight away, where will the stream be? And that's why we run counter steer. Yeah. Again, had that conversation already. 6 mile an hour this car is, down at the same point at the Viper. But we'll work the way around to the Viper. It will come. I was just running my choice for the league, just to see if it's any good. The answer is no, it's not. Let's put it onto something else. Let's pick something else. We're miles out, aren't we? 146.7 something. Where did Fat Man say he went? A 145.8. There's Fat Man, 20th place. Happy days. Big Popper's running the Ford GT. The new Ford GT. Yeah, the new Ford GT. Yeah, I don't care. Counter steer stops me from spinning out of corners, and that's counter steer isn't slowing you on that straight. Yeah, I say, so don't care about it slowing me down on the straight anyway. It stops me spinning in the corners. I dropped out of Friday's draw, as hopefully I'm going to get in on the Tuesday. Oh, okay, okay. We're choosing cars, aren't we? That's what we're doing. Big Popper's in with the Ford GT, the new one. Let's see what we got. Drink time. Thirsty. Nobody has to drop out of any of the leagues. Just because, well, unless they want to run one race a week. We'll run 2 lobbies if we have to. We'll find a way of running 2 lobbies. Yeah, until I told him that there's no tuning. He's not going to like the turning from the Aston. But, hey-ho. Why do we go in there? We're picking cars. I think the Z4 is pretty handy around here. I think it's quite quick. Yeah, I did. I was in the 420 lobby today, having a look. Jav's car really does look good. He's a good skiller. Settings, assists, counter control, ABS default. Yeah. 30 assistance, strong. So 4%, we're a percent out for 22,000. Let's see. Oh, we didn't load the ghost, did we? What a tickle bum. Let's see if this... Oh. 45.7 in the GT3 RS. We might have to go and use that next. Ran out of reps at 9,000 RPM. Good evening, Olive. Take care, my friend. Thanks for dropping by. shifted that one like crazy, but still couldn't get the damn thing to turn. Had to let off. I can't get this thing to turn corners. It's horrendous. Although I think it's a fast car. It just won't do the necessary. Although I think I'm catching now. Subaru look like it's got a bit of a lean on the back wing. Well, that was faster. Nothing there. Well, I think that can go much quicker. I do think that can go much quicker. Can't get the thing to turn. I know I've lost the ghost there, but let's not worry about that. Touching the red line for change gear. It might save that fastest ghost when we come round. It might do. Brake much earlier in this thing, just to get it slowed down. Can't get on the throttle earlier because it won't turn. Does accelerate. Negate that 147.678 anyway. .4701, so we're 0.3 away from goal. That's enough of the BMW. Stop messing around now, Widow. Not too far away. 10 o'clock. We're on time. We're doing okay. Just popped in the 4C. Has seen some of your friends did and I love it. Yeah. Damo don't love it. Damo rejected the 4C last night. Away with you, he said, quite instantly. Be gone, he said. It's a good choice, I think, the 4C. We might have a go in the 4C just after the Porsche. We're going to do the Porsche this time. The Porsche. Racing GR3. Oh, we're in the Ford Focus, are we? Why are we in that? Change car. Where's the Porsche? We're going to have to search for it, aren't we? Demo. There is 6 tracks to the league, and that is not one of them. There we go. Racing. Hards. Did a lot of hard racing last night. So the Porsche should do a 145. Maybe that was a soft time, I don't know. Settings, car settings, assist ghosts. That's what we're doing. 147.1. So yeah, half a second we need. 147.1 sees us where? 147.1. Oh, 57th. Still ahead of Hayes, but Hayes is off tune at the moment because of surgery. Best of luck to Hayes, and I hope you're recovering well, my friend. Yeah, 147.1. We've got a little bit to do. Let's see where she goes. Are we in 9,000 RPM? Yeah, just before 9,000 it cuts. So just over the red line, we'll go for it. Looking for the Lambo or the Honda. Yeah. I think my 45 time in this will have been on softs. Did they not wipe all the ghosts? Or do the ghosts still exist from back then? Obviously they didn't wipe the ghosts, did they? Very observant, Neil. I didn't see that far. I didn't even think to look that far for my ghost time date. Didn't think about that at all. No rigging this Sweden. There'll be one coming, I'm sure of it. .6.7, is that gold? Oh, floating. Definitely different physics, yeah, definitely. No! Oh, such a shame. Such a shame. 10,000 for gold though, look at that. Not gold. This time. Don't you love being that close? got loads of opportunity to get there, haven't we? Loads. We know we've got faster cars we can pick. See where the Porsche was quicker than that Beamer, but look at the Beamer overhaul it. Just rips through the Porsche on the straight. Oh shit, the bed. Are you working yet, Neil? Have you decided to become a man of the working cloth again? You must be. You're still living off your generous winnings. Although that's a personal question which you shouldn't answer, just answer the first one. You must be real busy. You'll have to clean it, yeah. That's what she'd tell me. Electric blankets as well get a bit dangerous, don't they, when you do that? You're working in Denmark, very nice. Donking idiot. I do like the Denmark. The people can be really abrupt yet really, really nice people. They have this mannerism that is quite off-putting sometimes. But then I think that might be just the barrier to English, or at least to me anyway. Definitely met some Danes who were really genuinely lovely people. But I guess you get them everywhere, but they definitely have an air about them when you're in and around them. They are very knowledgeable, very, very, very proud country, Denmark. Tighter. What I was trying to do was avoid the back end sliding out. Look how close they are. The BMW just gets the legs. I do love watching ghost racing. Am I got enough to beat my Porsche Ghost though? It might be just there. Yes. In by a stretch. The gear shift. the Beamer. Inters are the optimal tyre. I kept saying that last night, Inters. Gotta be prepared for the rain, haven't you? Should see us dip into the 145s before we get to the Viper. Come on. Should see us somewhere up the friends list at least, shouldn't it? 145.9, nearly catching up with Matthew. Somewhere near Big Popper at that point. Second and not first. Trying to get the acceleration bonus. Cutting out the gear shift. That did help. Caught the back end then. That was well deserved. Yeah, I'm the same though. I have a thing for the Viper on. I don't know if I'm going to be in tune with the Viper at all. Did we keep that? How did it let me have that? Holy Chipotle. That wouldn't normally let me take that. That was very, very lenient. That would have been a second and a half any day of the week as a penalty. 145.5, that accelerates me past Matthew. Working ourselves into a groove here. Good evening, Kenneth. Welcome. It through that corner, didn't we? That whatever that line difference was oh, we've touched the wall. We got the acceleration through there. We'd have done him. We'd have properly done him. I think one more lap at this and we'll be having another go. Feels like it's got bags more grip than any other car I've driven tonight. very slow into that corner, wasn't I then? Braked a little bit too early for it and just tried to set myself up for the run out, but it didn't work. Some of those Tokyo Expressway circuit experiences are very, very difficult. They are. I've got to redo some of those because a lot of people are having a trouble with my my videos which are out of date. I really need to redo some of those. Yeah, that went red this time. Well, we're about there with that car. I think we can do better. But I'm just cooking up at the moment. I'm absolutely roasting. So 145.337 on the optimal. That looks decent. So top 1,100. That's the same as where we are. Look, 12th. A 145.590. So we can do a little bit better in the Porsche, I think. Yeah, there's one of those Tokyo Expressways I have to beat for a couple of goes now. It's the one in the Subaru when you go reverse. It is tricky. Thank you, Az. Trying. They're fat grey-haired old dude. 51 now he is. We missed my birthday on the channel, didn't we? 51. Still got my own hair. We're alright. We're not losing it. It's one thing my family's been blessed with. A full head of hair, even if it is grey. My granddad had a full mop top. My dad's got one. My brother's got more hair than you can shake a stick at. We were messing around there, weren't we? Absolutely. Yeah, that Subaru one is well hard. I wish you all the best of luck with that one. I can get within 0.012. I've got a video of it saved at 0.012. It took me around an hour and 40 minutes to get that, and I've not been able to beat it. And that was an update ago. That was before this last update. So if they've made that time any harder, holy choosers. Tough. If we can stay in touch with that there Beamer up to this point. Let the car roll here. Certain corners it doesn't need throttle or brake, it just needs to run itself around the corner. Yeah, it's all about timing through that final section. Once you get the tunnel bit right, where you go gear change, throttle up, gear change up, throttle, then you come out of the tunnel, you have to change down once, throttle down, and just then get your foot on the gas and just commit. Fourth gear all the way through there. Was that enough? I don't think that's going to be enough. I think I missed the gear change down. I was talking about gear changing and not doing it. But it is the hard one. Yeah, just outside. This has been a toughie, that one. Those of us that started playing the game earlier have been really lucky to have much easier goal times than these guys have got now. I really need to ace this bus stop this time round. I really need to hammer it hard. Down to third. Oh, I've touched the wall again. What is it about this car and that wall? I'm just trying to open up the entry, that's what it is. Car low into the corner. Keep it low. Stop the time dropping away. I was put off by that showing a purple lap time then. I was thinking, how can that be purple? It's got to be red. And it did go red there. I'm waiting for them to bring a new track so we can have another crack at a circuit experience. There isn't a comedy track like snow circuit or something. Ah shit, they're bad. Come on. I know there's more in this. In this Porsche. There's more. A little bit of time coming into this next hairpin. I think there's some value in this one. Oh, avoid that wall, don't forget, Widow. How close we got to that wall there. Leave any room for that Beamer. We went red there, didn't we? Did. Just let it leave to the left a little bit. Time. Is it going to nullify our next lap because we got a bonus going through the bus stop? Are we going to go straight to red? We are. Lap 2 is red. We're pushing really, really hard with the Porsche, aren't we? The M6 Enduro, it's just fun to drive. It's probably about the only circuit I enjoyed it on, was, to be honest. I've done lots of miles on the Nürburgring. Lots of miles. Lots of painful, hard miles that we didn't necessarily enjoy all of them. I'm just going to take a very quick gentleman break. I will be back in one moment. Please excuse me. I was back. And I think you're right, Kenneth. There are some tracks, well, that have very painful sectors. The Nürburgring seems to flow. It seems to have that continuous attraction, but there are certain parts of the track that I forget where I'm at. And I'll always, every so often, just forget. There's 2 points where I forget where I'm at. I confuse the two, and I always end up on a lap just getting it wrong. Good phrase, knowledge is power. It's very apt for the Nürburgring. Knowledge is speed, I would say. I don't mind the time trials at the ring, I just don't like racing there. Time trials I can handle. Car broke out to the left halfway through. We're not going to be any closer. We're going to have to change cars, I think. I think I've got my optimal. I know we can be a little bit quicker, but it's putting it all together for that one lap. I think I can reach it, to be honest. I think I can reach it. I don't know if anybody else has got one of these, except for... Well, no. Sammy's got one, I think. Sammy was around when this started. But I don't know. I don't know whether people. What's it gonna do? Is it gonna let it? Oh, look at that. I wonder if we can get rid of that for a minute. Let's see if we can get rid of that. Might have to do it here. You've got one, haven't you? Yes, you have. There we go. Where did that load? That's an interesting phrase. Where are you, you swine? I don't think we're going to be able to do anything with it. No, can't do anything with it. It's a certificate from the Nürburgring from GT anyway, for being one of the fastest qualifying guys, or the people to beat at a certain lap time. So if you weren't around in the game at the time, you wouldn't have had the opportunity to get one. So right, we're going to call it there on that one. What's faster than a Porsche? Yeah, there was a lot of strain. But that wasn't as bad as that last one though. Yeah. It wasn't as bad as that last one. That last one was a toughie. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. 644 147. What did it say? 744. I got a 744 697. I was 829th. Proud of that. Weren't many that did it. There's about 1500, I think, and I think Gran Turismo learnt a lesson from that one about not to offer such silly things. Change of car. 4C, people have said. Let's just have a look at the ranking. I'm 12th, so it's all Vipers. There's a Genesis, NSX new one, GR3, the 4C. 4C, okay. Yeah, we did discuss the 4C, didn't we? We raced it last night. Yeah, that was where we developed some of our own names for parts of the ring, which sit with me forever. They will genuinely sit with me for a long time. Donkey, clamp pop, donkey dip. Yeah. So this is a changer at 8,500. There's a lesson in how to follow that outside white line. Not very fast, but that's how you follow it. Not going to catch that Porsche from this range, am I? Massive advantage with this car is the size of its fuel tank. It makes fuel go forever, and tyre wear is really good in this car as well. I'd say it's as good as the NSX, the old NSX. This handle's a little bit loose. Porsche is very much more stuck in a line. That rear engine really does help it. Fourth gear through there. We haven't gained anything on that Porsche, have we? I don't think we're going to be as quick. Yeah, those cafe missions still keep going, so if we've got an update in the next 2 weeks, expect a new cafe mission. I'm expecting a big year from Gran Turismo. I'm expecting them to try and... They're going to have development teams spare after making a demo last year. I reckon they're going to have people available and able to put programming time into the main game. And I expect Gran Turismo to really start to move forward over the next couple of months. I'm expecting big updates over the next 3 months, at least this quarter. My expectation is that we'll get some of the things they've talked about and tantalised us with. B-spec racing for one, which is where I thought Sophie was developed from and where it's always going to be heading. I'm really looking forward to some B-spec racing. A-spec, B-spec, whatever it's going to be. Spec A, Spec B. The ability to manage AI drivers is going to be ace, because that could also mean they're going to bring another aspect that's going to really help us for this year's big race. If they can do driver swaps to AI, do you think they can do driver swaps between humans? Maybe. I think that should be something they're working on and be able to plan to code in. Yeah, something needs to be done. Fanatec seems to be putting in a lot of work now that they weren't able to put in a year, 2 years ago. This lap is also red. That's a frustration. Good night, Azzy. You take care. Sleep well. If you're fishing early in the morning, have a good fish day. Blew that, didn't I? Trying to remember the last sort of time trial we did that had this sort of format. It was Group 4 cars at was it Autopolis? It was Autopolis, and I sort of worked through a dozen cars because I was off work that day, and it was a really good long day streaming where I just took on the GR4 cars around Autopolis and had a really good day. So I don't mind running a selection of cars just to try and get better and better. But it kind of okay, top 500 I think that day. I think we dropped down a little bit, but green lap, which is good. Just a gear shift again. I got very aggressive on turning then. I had to slow it down a little bit more to stop it spinning. Probably shifting just a smidgen too early. We absolutely nailed that. Absolutely nailed that a treat. .145.448 in the Citroen, very good. I think I'm going to do a 145.2. 145.197. Citroen, that's your, no, it's not your car, is it? You've got something else, Matthew. It's a good lap on there, mate. Good lap time. Definitely whooping that Porsche at that point, weren't we? Let's see if we can see just how much we gain on that Porsche through there. Gain a massive amount, but we just held around, didn't we? Said the nun to the vicar. I look like I'm going too high on the exit of the corner. It's drifting out to the wall. Try and keep it tight. And 145.197. I'm happy with that. If I can come out of there in third, if that'll make any sort of difference. Let's go and see where that takes us. That's got to put us in the top 10, surely. Surely. Who's Shirley? 145.197, top of the lap time table. That. Top 500. That. Oh, look at that. Up into 6th, top 500. That's kind of made me happy. 144.5, almost a 6. And I'm third in the 4Cs. Do we think it's Viper time? Is it Viper time? Do we think? So you've done the Citroen, fat man. There you are in 9th place. That's a great lap. We haven't just pushed Lee out of the top 10. We're giving him a right shove. Although, in fairness, he's only got to make up 0.02016 to get back in. He's only a bumper's width outside the top 10. That's a good effort. Thank you, Omega. Much appreciated. Let's JB. How you doing, buddy? Top 500. Kind of happy with that. Let's just make sure I saved that replay. I did. Let's go and change up to the Viper. Let's see if we can push the Viper on that a little bit faster. Although we do know the Viper is a tricky little monster, isn't it? Nations Cup. Sardinia in a specified car. Oh, you love DayZ. You want to try setting up a server, mate? That's killing. Flipping doing, Hayden. But I've got a plan. Good morning, Hayden. Welcome. Catching you. It's Viper time. See what we've got in the way of Viper. It's got to be down the bottom because I hardly ever drive it. I'm going to have passed it, aren't I? No, it's there, look. I nearly drive it as much as I do the AMG 20. You like plans? I've got a plan. It's killed me. I mean, I haven't been able to get it so I can join the server today, which has just frustrated my brain. But I've changed so much in trying to get that damn thing working. So top 500, the Viper's on. We've got the settings as they are. Let's see if we can... it's a 7,000 changer. This is a V12, this thing, or a V10? V10 SRT. It is a V10. Did I drive the Indy time trial yet? Hey Octo, I don't know what Indy time trial would that be. Sounds beautiful though, doesn't it? Time trial. I'm interested to know because I don't think I have. If you mean the one in the Ford Focus, yeah. I did the Ford Focus one earlier, yeah. But we've got time left in it. So we could go back to it. Ford Focus one I did, yeah. I got gold at like 14 miles. It wasn't many laps. Standard car. You mean this time trial? Yes. Daytona. I'm within a second of Sammy, which is quite a thing. To be within a second of Sam, I'm quite happy. First turn. I'm really with my Ghost. Front wheel's locked up then. My second off. See if we can burn some fuel down and see how that goes. Put a couple of laps in. Get a bit lighter. Heat the tyres up a bit. Sweat a bit. Shed a few pounds that way. Somebody said that. Oh, Big Papa raced that one. This likes to turn, doesn't it, under throttle? Yeah, it does. Get it down a gear and the damn thing likes to touch the back end round. Doesn't like it at speed though, wants to push through the corner. Get the foot in there and the back end came round. It takes a little while to hang on to that and keep your foot in. Oh, done it just. Really takes a little while to get used to. Again, I think it's probably another one of those cars that likes to be driven out of a corner rather than into it. My technique is to drive into the corner, and it's something you've got to learn with Gran Turismo. You've got to drive the car out of the corner. Oh, you'll be fine, JB. You'll be fine. You'll be faster than me. I believe this car needs rolling through the apexes. Got to find that technique. Don't know what car you'd use, JB, to be honest. All the ones I've driven tonight don't seem to be your brand. 4C, very, very stable. Oh, you enjoyed the Viper, didn't you? Yeah, you'll be good. Isn't the Viper your car for the league? Haven't you got the Dodge? The Doge. I find it a handful, this thing, but definitely doesn't like to turn with the throttle down. How come I look to be because my time's real. I was going to say, how come I look to be so far behind the Ghost? And that's because I am. 146.8 is gold though. Pretty much close. Gold you'll get, JB, in the Viper. Sure I can get gold in the Viper. Pretty sure. I think I'm already there, aren't I? 146.497, yeah. So it should be. Ah, we just blew that line, just. Yeah, we're already gold. What am I whispering about? We're just not improving any. I think we get the next lap to be buffered, don't we? Which is a shame, because this should be faster than 146.4. This will be 146.2-ish. So 145.7. Okay. The Viper is a quick car. even in my hands. Sheesh. So there it is. Coming up to 11 p.m. Time to go back to the other one. Top 500 though, I'm happy with that. That's kind of... We're behind both of Hayden's time. And he's not overly massively in front. Do we drop back to the 4C to try and push on that little bit further? I'd like to. I'd like to see if I can get a 44. Likes a bit of a short shift too, does the Viper? Never short shifted. Interesting. Should we give it a whirl with a bit of a short shift? But I'm 146 in the Viper. I'm not going to make any headway with the Viper. I'm really not. So we're going to drop back to the 4C for half an hour and see if we can just push a little bit. 145.197 versus a fastest time of 143.630. 56th. Okay. But it's got a lot of torque through that rather large engine compartment. Would I want to own a Viper in real life? I think so. I think they're making their money now, aren't they? I think they are definitely pushing value. Change tyres. 4C. We're going to see if we can... The foot plate is loose, it feels. Well, that was my microphone into the wheel. Happy days. Settings, ghost. 145.197, that's us. What do we think? I think both our help aids give us the help we need. I think I have to be much more controlled if I'm going to be able to push this on. I like to be able to really stuff the boot down and give it everything. And I hate twitchy back ends of cars. But when you put your foot in and you really give it everything out the corner, it's going to be twitchy back end, isn't it? That's what happens. Thank you, Lee. I was sympathetic about you when we did overtake. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to push you out of the top 10. It wasn't me that pushed you out of the top 10. It was Fat Man. Fat Man did it. I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but it was Fat Man that did it. Fat Man got the time before I did. And pushed you south of the top 10. I've never thrown Fat Man under the bus ever. Not even last night. I think it was Big Popper I chucked under the bus last night. Get your excuses in early or somebody else for the blame. That's the way it works. Oh, missed a gear change. We're a whole 2 car lengths behind our Ghost. Can't get it to go around the corner when you're sliding sideways, Widow. New video going live tomorrow morning at 6 AM for those people in the UK. For those people globally, it will be wherever you are, it will come out whatever time it is. It's the next instalment in the journey across the USA. For those people that are a bit numb to country music, there's a bit of country music in it, and there's also one tremendously good funky type Jimi Hendrix style 70s rock, which I really dig. So if you're into views of North America by road, I can recommend it's one to watch. Oh, sorry, Sokum. My apologies, my friend. I can't be responsible for knocking people out of the top 10. I apologise. It's good competition though. Sorry, not sorry. That's another phrase that we need to learn. Bring all the grass back on the track, why not? There's the dirty tyres, and they just get dirtier. I much prefer a reset. You don't get all the dirt on your tyres then, do you? I really want a 44. A 44 would make my weekend. That's what I'm saying, Lee. A 44 would be really good. Getting it quite right into the bus stop. The Porsche was a great teacher. The Porsche was really good handling car. It was quicker than the BMW. The BMW was great in a straight line, horrible in corners. And then this thing is the blend between the two, and it's just sort of got everything it needs to, I think, to take us to where we want to be. It's that gear shift by a smidge. Porsche is a really good teacher for this car. You learn from the Porsche, I think. If I can get this bus stop right, we're on one. Too far back, I think. too far back from beating my time, but we're going to definitely improve the Ghost. Lots of slidage. That. I was just redoing Master S1 license, just shaved off almost 2 seconds. Oh, that's decent. That's decent to get me by a second. Happy days. Although I have to get the excuse in early, as I was doing those live purely to try and beat that or set a time for the speed run, and that speed run where with that just getting gold was enough, so I haven't been back. That's just the excuse, as we say, we get them in early. But no, congratulations on that. I probably should go back and spend a bit of concerted effort on them. I think I spent more time on the that was nice through there. I think I spent more time on my first Gran Turismo license times than I did on the Masters in recent times. Really enjoyed my first Gran Turismo licenses. I've got to complete the rest of that. I will do very shortly. Get some more videos out. Just getting this PC up and running. Just having memory issues with it at the moment. People know, but with the Ryzen processors from AMD, they prefer 2 memory sticks rather than 4, and they're also quite a low memory speed processor. They don't go to as massively high memory speeds as Intel does, something like 7,000 or 8,000 megahertz. Mine's currently running at 3,800, which I think is slow. But I had a blue screen of death this morning when I've just installed 2 new RGB sims just to fill in the blank gaps, and I think it might be reading it as memory and causing it to low speed, which is a frustration. Oh, the more you do it, the more it's more easier it is. You have one stick in there. Oh my, yeah, no, sometimes it's better the one stick, but if you pick up on dual channel, the dual channel side of things, it just means it can access the memory quicker because it's more available. You can, with 2 sticks of memory, you can give your PC that bit of a boost because it's got 2 places to go for it. So it'd be a good upgrade for you in the future, JB, as a 2nd stick of memory to match the one you've got. That's a good upgrade. You'll certainly benefit from it. It'll just, excuse me, it'll just give you a bit of headroom. I mean, your processor won't bottleneck trying to support your graphics card. Because your graphics card utilises memory from your motherboard just to help it out for some of the other bits and pieces. Your processor generally tends to get a bit lazy nowadays with modern graphics cards the way they are. I mean, it's picked up to streaming this really quite well. I just wish I could get to utilise that 4K Pro that I've got, which is just another frustration from Elgato. Ah! Just went outside the line. Amazing what a brake can do. I just got gold there now, keeping it in 5th gear at the last section, gave me the exit speed for the line. Superb, well done Kenneth. That's all it needs. Give your brain a little bit of a chance. I got lucky with that lap, didn't I? We're red on this next lap. Yeah, exactly. So I didn't pick the fastest processor for gaming. I picked the best processor I thought that would suit my mixed needs: streaming, gaming, video processing, audio mixing. And I know Dutch out there is cursing me at the minute for something that's happened this week, but if memory's my weak spot, I'm just going to have to take these two DIMMs out and retune my memory and try and get it back up to something like 4,800. No, you don't. It's just you won't suffer from it, but what you'll get is as demand grows for your machine over the next couple of years, as the enhancements come with programming and games, etc., a decent upgrade would be that memory stick. It would just give you that ability to keep up the pace of development. There's nothing wrong with your machine at all, JB, other than, you know, when I look at it and think, what comes next? That's me all the time. Trying to keep things in line. My last machine, could I have just bought a graphics card and stuffed it in it? No, it would need new motherboard, new processor, new cooling. But it's certainly, it's still going all right, my old machine. It's not a bad thing at all. Yeah, memory's not expensive anymore. There was a time when you looked at memory and thought, why did it cost that much? Memory in certain sectors. Memory on M2s is really, really good at the minute. Some good offers on the M2 drives, M.2s. A second down to sector 1. Came out there relatively swift. I thought we'd be on a charge there to just start to catch up, but we're just sort of losing time all the time. Go on, Big Poppy, you've got it. Go on. It's there. You're still persisting with the Ford? Is the Ford doing everything it should be for you? Because I've had somebody say I should go with the Ford and see how I feel. Yeah, happy days. I think if you're going to have a go at this one now, what worked for me was picking a car I knew I could drive and get around the lap really comfortably. So I started with the BRZ that I've got for the league, I then saw where that was weak. The 4C is a good car, that's what we're in now. But then I progressed to the BMW Z4, which really gave me that impetus to get down. So it's fast on the straights, but it doesn't like to turn in. And because it was difficult to turn in, the next car really was the Porsche. The Porsche 911 was what I got gold with first. The 911 RSR really was a handy car. Maybe the paint colour's what it needs, good pop. Maybe. You know there's the fastest colour. 4C's decent. The new Ford GT, which is what Big Popper set his fastest time in the last time I looked. The new one, not the old one, but the old one is a dominator around here on a normal bop. Nice one, Sokum, keep pushing. GT18 has worked well for Big Popper here. I think he was 19th in my friends list when I saw. If he's improved on that, it's still a decent time. Tenths down at this point. Not really making any inroads. But the cars I chose to drive today really had a good setup of the ability to give you the chance to improve from one car to the next. So as I say, the BRZ was 6 miles an hour slower on the straight at the first corner. So it was slow, so it was good to go to the BMW, which was faster, but it was difficult to turn in. We then went to the Porsche, which actually handles really, really well. But because we'd just driven a car that really was a bit of a pig, the turn-in from the Porsche to get in and out the corners was really good, but then the Porsche was slow both against the BMW and this. So when we jumped into this car just seems to be so light that it just gets into the corner and does what it needs to do. Let's see if we can get this lap time a little bit better. I don't mean improve on what we've already got, but well, that'd be nice, but see if we can get somewhere in the midst of the lap time of the two cars that we're racing and chasing. The two ghosts who really... Oh, we're sliding. Lost that 10th. We were touch and go against those two then, which we're at that time of day where we've got two stunningly good ghosts. One that's got the fastest time, a 1:45.197. And then it's got get anywhere between those two, and you can see the gap as to what you've got to beat. So this is going to be around the 1:45.6, the 1:45.7. Probably going to be an 8 looking at the gap, but we were close until final turn onto the banking. That fourth turn we were improved. Such a shame. 1:46.0. Every lap a gold lap. Because that's all you're trying to get. You want the gold lap. But I don't think you'll ever do it off the cuff. I think if you've got driving skills as mine, if you are somewhat similar in sort of driving style, I think the way to approach some of these tests is to work yourself into it. When you've got the opportunity to try different cars, it's all well and good diving in straight to the one that's got the fastest lap, but you've got to give yourself a chance to get used to it. No, I can't do that. Racing against the ghost of the fastest driver is always going to be a challenge, purely because I'm 3 seconds slower than them and they're going to be way round the corner. I think sometimes racing a ghost of a driver that's faster than you is going to give you a benefit, but ideally you want it in the ability to be able to catch, and then you also want to be able to study his line. And if you're chasing him and following him around, you've got the opportunity to examine his line and be on his pace behind him. If you're on his 6 perfectly in line with him and chasing around the circuit, you've got the opportunity to understand what he's doing. You can see his brake lights come on, you can see how much the car changes, you can see when he turns, because that was one of the interesting things to do in the past, I studied a line of Sammy Snake Racing around this particular track, and I did a close detailed video on it and tried to understand how he was some 3 to 4 seconds a lap quicker than me. And having studied my line on my fastest lap and then his line on his fastest lap, I started to understand. Can we race my ghost? I believe I could probably share my ghost. I don't know actually. Can I share my ghost to... I don't know if I can. I think you need to have that blue replay symbol. I could share a replay to the place where you share things to, skins, etc. But I don't know whether you could recall that as a ghost to race against in this time trial. I think you can only take them from the guys that have been in the top 20 at any time. I'm prepared to be called out and told I'm lying on that one. Make gains through there, look. Every one of those laps except lap 11 is a gold time. Lap 5 also. Lost the 10th through that corner. Gig. That'd give you double your memory then. Put them in slots 1 and 3, and that's a future upgrade. Be a nice Easter present. Okay, we're on, and we're catching because we came through there like rabbit food. I'm going to stay low, see if I can make some gains. I don't think we're going to beat the fastest lap time, but we're definitely going to improve that ghost. 45.5. Traction control 1. rusticated. Can't get the damn thing to turn round. We're still faster. We're 10 seconds up, look. TC1, my friend, always. TC1, counter steer on. We have counter steer on. Traction control 1, default ABS, counter steer on strong. Strong. Neither of them make you slower. No matter what anybody says. Traction control 1 puts you in the top 500 on the time trial. And a little bit of knowledge and a few laps. You're welcome. As I said, that's the kind of approach I try and do. I think if I jumped in and drive the Viper, try and drive the Viper, and try and drive it as fast as I could, A, I wouldn't be warm to the circuit. B, I'd be trying to emulate what the fastest guys are doing in a car that I know I'm really poor in. Yeah, that went red. And by being really poor in it, I mean I'm really poor in it. It's not a car I drive a massive amount of time. As JB said, the short shift might work for it. But I know I'd be disheartened. I'd be pretty frustrated. And it's probably like that sometimes when you come to a single make time trial where you're forced to drive that one car. The frustration is that you have to learn the intricacies of that one car whilst you're doing it. And you have to understand it and be able to do it. Now I'm probably overthinking this whole thing because I'm 100% sure that Sam comes to the track and just drives the damn thing and breaks its back, and it does exactly what he wants it to. But he understands the game more than I do. He understands how to be fast. He can translate his movements into the track and get the car to do what it's doing. He like the guys at the top, they know how the game works. I don't. I'm still learning it. I'm still disbelieving. I'm still not trusting everything I'm told by people about what works best. Still don't think I've got the throttle control to be able to handle TC off. I'm lazy. I'm a real lazy driver. I generally do actually my optimal's now faster than my best for 145, 153. I generally don't put in as much effort as I should do when it comes to practicing, warming up, doing things like the league. I don't go to organised sessions. I turn up on the Friday. I've done my little test drive the week before. I've done everything that I need to do, and I've just generally, go on the night and try and do my best from what I know. And sometimes that's the right thing to do. It works. Sometimes it doesn't. And what we've generally done in the past, and what I've generally done in the past, is we've done lots of laps of all these tracks. We know them. There aren't many tracks we go to that we haven't done a good couple of hours of racing at already. Whether it's the time trial, whether it's a circuit experience, whether it's something we've done together as a group. So all I have to do is get used to the car. Work out how it acts and what it does. Find 133 somewhere through this chicane. lap. So we're on a 20 lap session here. And it's not, we're not going to do it. We're not going to be any quicker because that 145, 153 at the bottom there is the maximum together anywhere on the circuit. But look, the low line is the best line. Try not to stray out to the right. Keep as low to the yellow line as you can. This next lap's a duffer. Down a bit on my ability and that, but it kind of gives you an insight into what my mindset is about various things and how things work. I'm a bit stuck in my ways, I guess. I've got to that age where I probably shouldn't be so. There's a word for it. I can't think of what it is. Arrogant, maybe? 499. Top 500. We're gonna have a little bash back at. We're gonna finish off for the last half an hour at whatchamacallit, Road Atlanta, and we're gonna go back to the setup where we put a bit of a fast time in. We're going to have a red car versus blue car for the last 30 minutes. I think you've probably spelt it wrong, JB, but yeah. It came up in Twitch, but it didn't come up in YouTube. And the bot didn't hold it back. It just didn't allow it to post, which is interesting. Rent an event specified car. No, we're gonna take the modified monster. Arrogant, JB. Arrogant. Traction control off, but we're gonna have the counter steer. Traction control on, counter steer off. I think TC on, counter steer off. You test the bot, yeah. Did it tell you that it didn't like that? Oh, I didn't load the ghost. What a knob. Did it tell you it didn't like what you put? Because I see both chats, so I see what you've typed. Anybody in the... there's 3 people watching the Twitch, so they'd see that as well. When I load the replay. The Focus RS 132.8. There we go. Hopefully that's... So this is a modified Ford. This little Ford it's a bit of a move, but the fastest lap is with a standard car. By that, a very standard car. Oh, sure, mine. This is horrible. No, we're going to change back to a totally standard car. Because the modified one is just sloppy jalopy. I'd like to say in the next 20 minutes we can certainly make some sort of improvement. Have to come all the way out or we lose the ghosts. So let's see what we've got. Into here, load the car, load that one. It's the red one, it's the standard one. It's red car versus blue car. That's what we're going to do. And this is very standard, as in not the same as what you rent. I think it might have been a rented car we did do well on. We're just inside the top 10 on the friends list. About keeping this car controlled, flat and planted. That line through that, over that bridge was excellent. That line wasn't. We could improve that. Make it turn more. Give it some 25 minutes to go. Self-imposed deadline. Let's make it happen. We blew the yeah. That was the next lap done as well. That you can get to the start finish line flat. Now I did it there, but I had a real early lift to make the car turn. I'm going to try and get that so that it's not going round. I think we've got to just go and rent one. Doesn't feel like it did. Let's rent one. Then it gives us exactly the same scenario rather than bought one. Sorry, folks. Doesn't feel right. Hey, Sammy. Time trial is good. Top 500 in one. And then just trying to get up to somewhere near. We've been chasing your time all day, and I'm really pleased to be within a second of you, which is a good improvement for me. To be 0.6 behind you is somewhat of an achievement, I think. So on this one, you were a little bit further ahead of me, but top 10. But we've only done half. We did 50 minutes on this earlier, so we're just trying to get in and give this another go after spending some time at Daytona. But yeah, Daytona's good. Very close to my target, which would have been excellent, but we've had a good couple of hours at that, and genuinely I think I've maxed out. So here we had a good flying lap earlier, did a bit of a modify, couldn't really feel anything any better, so we're just going back to the same sort of setup of car as we did. last couple of dailies, yeah. That's good to do. We all know it's not my sort of scene, so... But yeah, it's good. Gotta do them all if you want to get the audience engaged. Zombie second. It's alright to have ambition, Wilkie. That ambition is not something you'll kill yourself with. Red car and the blue car had a race. There they are, they're at it. Blew that lap, but we always did right from the start. We had the shot turn one. But look, the red car is in front. Without doubt. Well, no, he's not. It's about getting this car to turn. No, you don't do that, Leo. I couldn't get away with that at my age. Not a chance. I would say I've just got a little bit to push. 32.5 I think would be inside the top 1,000, which would be an achievement. This just turned in when I didn't want it to turn in. Christ. Yeah, superb. Oh. I'm no expert, Mum, but quite sure staying off the grass is better. Yes, ask your dad. No, not Mum. Damn predictive test. Sorry, mate. Octo's got a 134.067 at Road Atlanta. Very close to gold. Yeah, this is a little bit of a tricky car, but you just got to predict the slide. Put the car at the angle you want it to be at. Boot the throttle and it'll drive out the corners. But the real challenge is keeping the car from trying to slide too much. It'll slide at every opportunity that it wants to. It really will. And because you can't wear the tyres out, you can really give the front tyres a bit of a beefing. Try and get the car to pull through the apex. That's, you need to try and get on the gas really quite early and get the car charging up the straight. get this thing to turn in, the better. And I shouldn't have reduced it to second gear. That gear dropped the boost and I lost the pull out the corner. And again we'll see the Ghost race away. 15 minutes remaining. It's just a couple of key things you've got to do here to get this car to do what it needs to do, and that's not one of them. Brake late for the chicane, that's the wrong thing to do. So 0.6 away that time. You get sort of lift off, oversteer, understeer with this car. So if you can work to lift off the brake at the right point or the throttle at the right point, you can make the car turn much quicker than it will do under power or on the brakes. Good evening, Scamster. Hope you're well, amigo. I'll leave it in third. Gonna see if I can get it to charge down this straight. Try not to brake too late. Let's see if I can challenge that 32.8. Come on. It's going to be close, but it's not going to be any cigars. 33.0. Close. These are about points, not prizes, I'm afraid. Oh, it's just... We were 0.67 up then. Oh. Good on you, man. I'm okay. I'm okay. We're battling on. I'm actually enjoying the time trials tonight. It's been a good night. Things have gone to plan. I've had a frustrating day, so coming into this kind of frustrated, and being able to have a plan for both the time trials, and they both came off to a degree. Trying to get things to work for you the way you want them to work. I didn't need to shift up to 5th, but it sort of stabilised the car a little bit. It was unnecessary, I think. Red car is definitely faster there. I changed down a second to make the car turn, and we've lost that boost. Oh, I've missed 3 TTs. I really have, because I flew on the Thursday night. I didn't see, because I went away on the Thursday night. I didn't see the new time trials, which I missed. So I don't know what you've had the last 2 weeks. I lost that from that far corner, didn't I? 074, we're close. Lost the low there, the car just wouldn't turn in. ABS kicked in, I think. The car just slid aggressively away. Red. Not to worry, keep going. What have you had, TTs, the last couple of weeks? What have I missed? You've had 2 come and go whilst I've not seen them. Too slow, the car was sliding there, touched the grass. Can anyone remember, or have they all just disappeared into the ether over Christmas? Perfect line on the first apex. I'm ungone and forgotten. It's fine, it's all the alcohol. Christmas is for. My Christmas Day. Where was I Christmas Day? Christmas Day I was in Vegas. I got to Vegas. So the video that's going live tomorrow morning was Christmas Day. Christmas Day in Death Valley. That was a massive drive. I mean, it was the biggest drive of the holiday at that point. Temperature, length of day driving, because we did go out again in the evening in the car and put probably another 60 or 70 miles on, just sightseeing, just seeing the suburbs of Vegas. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever done that kind of thing, but just go and drive around American City and go places and just go and look at life, go and see what people do, go and try and enjoy what's there rather than being sat on a beach or in a bar. I don't know if people agree with that, but I have a real desire to understand what it's like to live over in the US, and I'd love to do it. I don't think it'll ever happen that we ever get a trade deal that allows people to go to the US. But if we do, I'd throw everything at it to be able to go and live in the USA. I'd sell my house for nothing to go and get a job over there and just try and experience what a life would like to be over there. It's just so different to here. The opportunities are different, the country's different, the way of life is different. I don't know whether it's better, but it just seems like something I would love to change in my world, you know? Sure where I'd choose to live. Before now it's always been Florida as a place I would choose to go and live. But that's temperature and environment, I guess. I'm guessing LA's out of my list of places to live. Randy lives down there and it's perfectly pleasant and beautiful, but It's a bit hot under the feet right now, I'd say. Five minutes to go. Are we going to be able to put in an absolute Brahma lap right at the end of the night to try and get that 1:32.5? I haven't been able to string a lap together. Well, we've been close, 0.3 away. 0.3 away is probably what you can see there. That's the gap. So I'm not far off. I'd like to be closer. Just blown the next lap by I tried to let the car flow through that apex and it didn't have it. Oh. Last one then. Last couple of laps. 5 minutes to go. Self-imposed time pressures. Well, it's been great having you along watching tonight, folks. It's great to be back behind the seat, back doing what I'm doing. Sleeping again at last is always a good thing. Get stuck back into the real world of things over the next month. Red car is not getting it against the blue one. This red car's not getting it either. A little bit of an overcut there. We got a red lap for it, which is a real shame at the death. 57. See if we can do it on the last two laps. Time on this lap, which is a shame. Feels slow, feels bogged down. Come on, turbo, push. A bit wide through there. Short, shifty at that point. I don't know how we kept that on the track. Oh my lord. We borrowed so much on the inner curb and it pushed us all the way over onto the right because we couldn't get traction. The red car just doesn't quite have the legs on the blue one, does it? This next one will be the last lap. Let's see if we've got it in us. There's always that one more lap, Sam. Absolutely. Six three, 0.3 quicker than that fastest time, but not quicker than our fastest time. It's a struggle, isn't it? That's us. That's where we get to tonight. Yeah, Daytona bus stop is what it is. Right hand wheels on that first outside of that yellow line. Turn it on the second one, and then you've just got to get into the right gear to leave and try and straight line those last two. That's where we are. And that, folks, is not too bad. Top 1500 there. We're in the top 10, which is where we got, which ain't too bad. We're 1.2 seconds behind Sam, 1.1 seconds, which is roughly where we is. A second behind Sam is where generally we find ourselves overall. A 60 lap race, we get lapped. You have, Big Popper, you have. But it's, what advice can I give you for the first corner, for the first apex? If you're braking at the Red Bull sign and the white line, that first apex, if you can get those right hand wheels on the edge of that yellow strip, it'll open up the rest of the corner for you. Because you've got to be you've got to get across that first apex and allow the car to coast into that second corner. Change down, you do all your braking to the first apex, change down, get the car settled before you make the next two apexes to get out the corner. And sometimes it's a third gear, sometimes it's a fourth gear, but get down, do all your braking to the first apex, let the car do it itself on the second apex, then get ready to accelerate. And that's about as much as I can give you. Where are we? And on this one, 6th on the friends list, global ranking, potentially number 500. Right to the bottom of the list. We're not 500 anymore. We're 506. There we are. But I think that was all right. We were 4.7. We were 4.94 or something when we first got it. So that's all right. There's another week to go at that. And there's other cars. Look, there's the Genesis. Which car are you still on with, Big Popper? Are you, well, let's have a look. Let's have a look. See which he's... Where is he? There, 19th. He's Ford GT. Have you changed to the Alpha? Have you changed? The 911 was the car I got. I know you've got the gold, but to try and get up that list, the 911, the 911 took me to 11th, 12th. That's where I was. And then, but we do like, you've got a 140. Go for it, son. Go for it. Go for it. Do it. And on that point, folks, it's time for me to call it a night. It's midnight in the UK. It's Saturday night. And I'm going to see you next week. Now, I'm going to have a Sundays off from now on. I'm going to put some extra days in during the week, but Sunday is going to become my wife day after the holidays. So thank you very much, folks. We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. And we'll see you sometime around Monday, probably. We'll see what does. I'll get an announcement up on, and we'll see what we did. 3/10 up and spun going to the track from the infield. Keep at it, Big Popper. Good night, everybody. Take care. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next.